What is going on, friends, and welcome into our interview with the amazing Orlando Jones. He's going to talk to us about his new movie, The Book of Love, and some other awesome things. He lets me fanboy out a little bit with For My Dad and one of my dad's favorite movies and some of the other ones that we've grown up watching. He was a really cool dude. Please check out his movie. It's The Book of Love, January 13th, 2017 on VOD and theaters. It stars Jason Sudeikis, Jessica Biel, Orlando Jones, and just an amazing stacked cast. But before that, here's a quick message. Hey friends, Mike here from Outreach Radio Chicago and Mercado Airways. I am so excited to let you in on a new service we are providing. If you or someone you know has an upstart or established business and company and would like to do some marketing on various platforms, you can do that right now by becoming an official sponsor and power all our interviews with athletes and celebrities. We assure quality audio in the beginning and ending of our interviews that will spotlight your amazing business and help bring in as much traffic as possible to all your outlets. From award-winning celebrities, Sundance Film darling director David Farrier joins us.
Appreciate you having me on the show.
To world champion athletes, UFC bantamweight champion Dominic Cruz. Dominic, how you doing, buddy?
I'm great. How are you, Mike?
We promise you the absolute best from the entire staff of Mercado Airways. For more information, visit us on patreon.com/Mercado Airways. Follow us on Twitter at mmercado2333. Subscribe to us on youtube.com/Mike Mercado2333. Like the radio show page on Facebook at Outreach Radio Chicago. Follow us on Instagram, Mike Mercado2333. And visit the website, mercadoairways.wordpress.com. Thank you for listening and all the support. Thank you so much, guys, for keeping it tuned in with us. Here is our interview with Orlando Jones. Orlando, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, sir. I'm good, brother. How you doing?
I'm good, my man. Thank you for taking some time for us. I know you're super busy. You have this awesome movie, The Book of Love, coming out. Stacked card when it comes to talent. You got Jessica Biel, Jason Sudeikis, and your awesome self. How was that, man?
It was a lot of fun, man. Fun movie to make. Always good to hang out in New Orleans and see my folks down that way. So definitely a fun movie and a crazy character, particularly when you get to play a dude named Dumbass. That's just... That's high cotton in my book.
There you go. You're always part of these fun movies, these stacked movies, whether they're serious, comedies, whatever the case may be, on television, horror, you always seem to pick the people with the most chemistry. You know, in our family, one of our favorite movies is The Replacements. So for you in your career, like, you go from a movie like Book of Love and all these other ones in between, how important is it to pick a movie where you know you're going to get along with people?
I think for me, my focus is more on the story, probably. I always think that movies kind of work in a really bizarre way. You kind of have what, people claim are the sort of stars of the movie, as it were. But no matter what, all of the characters really sort of come together in their own way and tell you a little thing about each one of the characters, particularly the stars of the movie, that they themselves can't tell you. So I really like trying to focus on a character that I really have a connection with, that I understand, and that I think I can do something interesting with that people aren't expecting. So I try and think about that. And, for The Replacements, it was just, what it's like when you're absolutely nobody and everybody hates you, and then suddenly everybody likes you, and what it's like when that goes to your head and you suddenly are, Clifford Franklin talking about yourself in the third person, wearing a mesh leather shirt. Trying to pick up the reporter in the locker room. Like, he didn't start that way. He started out as a dude chasing down robbers at a convenience store.
Right.
So,
how much of that is the writer in you, though?
I mean, I'm probably a lot of it, honestly, because I'm always looking for what's happening between the lines, like what the character isn't saying or what their facial expression says that the words don't say. Because I often feel like people really kind of talk by what they don't say. They don't talk by what they say. And what they say is kind of the cover, it's what they want you to see. So I just like playing those things against each other, because I feel like that's what humans do, and try and create characters that people can connect with and identify with and go, oh yeah, I know that crazy dude, or yeah, my friend did that. So that's kind of the way I tend to approach it. And then I get, I think, lucky often with the casting stuff, because you end up with Maisie and Jason and Jessica and Paul Reiser and Mary Steenburgen and Richard Robichaux and the wonderful cast that we have on Book of Love. It's just a lucky break. But truthfully, that credit goes to Bill Purple, Michelle Purple, and Jessica Biel, really, because they were really the shepherds of getting this movie made and getting this movie put together, and Justin Timberlake as well, obviously, who did the soundtrack. I mean, this has been a passion project of theirs for a long time. So I think the casting chemistry is really what the producers and directors and stuff do, and I just come to it and try and bring a little extra pepper to the pot.
And that's what I love about the movie industry on top of the sports industry is the idea that it's all one well-oiled machine. When it works because from the ownership down to the players, the coaching between the GM, everything goes with each other. You need the point guard to get the ball to the center. You need the center to be able to give it to LeBron when he's cutting to the lane, whatever the case may be. And it seems like that's what's going on with the Book of Love. Do you tend to get that more often? Now, how important is that when being in a movie?
I think look, I'm from a sports world, so for me that's important. It's about the team. It's about how you play together, and it's also about knowing what each other's strengths are. Like you don't want to give the big man the ball at the top of the key. Right. You know what I mean? Like that's not the best place to give him the ball. So, I think, it's like, no, don't give him the ball 26 feet from the basket. Give him the ball 4 feet from the basket where nobody can stop him.
Right.
So I just think that's often really important, but that really is about removing yourself because it's not about you. It's about how all of these elements work together. And whenever you end up with that, I think you often end up with really great work. And when you end up with this is really all about me and the rest of y'all can go to hell, you end up with stuff that I think people often don't gravitate to or they just don't feel a connection to because you can smell it off the screen, as they say.
You have that sports background. You also have that comedian in you. You have that writer in you. It almost feels like you're your harshest critic, too, on top of it. How tough is that in this business where everybody's trying to break you down every chance they get? Someone always wants to, not everybody, but somebody always wants to take your spot.
Oh, for sure. Well, I don't believe in giving yourself a break. I think it's all about endurance. It's all about speed. It's all about staying prepared. And if you enter into any of these businesses, particularly sports and entertainment, there's always somebody coming for your spot. So for me, I'm my harshest critic because I need to be my harshest critic, and I think no one's going to go after me as hard as I do. So that really makes what everybody else says irrelevant because I don't really do it for them. I do it for me, and I try and hold myself to a standard of excellence that's important to me. And I have to live and die with that. Nobody else does. So I kind of ignore a lot of what other people's critiques are and focus on what my critiques are of myself because I know I'm not going to give me a break. I know I'm not going to ease up. I know I'm not going to give myself any cushions, and I don't deserve any cushions, frankly. Nobody does. I have to live and die with it just like everybody else does. And I think if what you want is people to lie to you and you want yes men and sycophants and people to tell you you're great when you're just okay, then that doesn't work for me. I'm not built that way. And in the sports world, that absolutely doesn't work. You know what I mean? When you're not playing well or you hurt, they sit your butt on the bench.
And that's it, no matter the contract. And I think that's what's helped you have such a great career. I know you're super busy. It's The Book of Love, January 13th, is on theater and VOD. Before I let you go, though, I get in trouble. My old man loves the movie Biker Boys. Loves it. And the minute I told him that I was going to talk to you, he's like, bring up Biker Boys. I'm like, he's got a movie that comes out in 2017. But I just wanted to make sure that Wilfredo Mercado got his love to you, that he loves Biker Boys, and he watches it every time.
Good. Well, listen, tell him that, first of all, as a fellow biker, much love. And secondly, tell him if anybody has a problem, just tell them to bow down.
You are the best. Orlando Jones, it's The Book of Love, January 13th, 2017. Check it out, guys. Orlando, go be awesome. Go do your thing, my man.
No doubt, man. Back at you. Hit me up on social media. That's what it's for.
Where you at?
I'm at The Orlando Jones. Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, Google+, you name it. Bow down, baby.
One last huge thank you to Orlando Jones. It's The Book of Love. Comes out January 13th in theaters and VOD. So please check it out, guys. And also follow him on Twitter, Instagram, all of social media at The Orlando Jones. Don't forget, you can follow us everywhere in the universe. I'm on Twitter at mmercado2333. Follow me on Instagram at MikeMercado2333. Subscribe to us on YouTube /MikeMercado2333. Like the radio show page on Facebook at Outreach Radio Chicago. Become a Patreon, and you could power these interviews. We will advertise your business and company in the beginning and ending of each interview. And, of course, the website, mercadoairwaves.wordpress.com. And that'll do it for us, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Orlando. Take care of each other, everybody, and we will see you next time. Hey friends, Mike here from Outreach Radio Chicago and Mercado Airways. I am so excited to let you in on a new service we are providing. If you or someone you know has an upstart or established business and company and would like to do some marketing on various platforms, you can do that right now by becoming an official sponsor and power all our interviews with athletes and celebrities. We assure quality audio in the beginning and ending of our interviews that will spotlight your amazing business and help bring in as much traffic as possible to all your outlets. From award-winning celebrities, Sundance Film Darling director David Farrier joins us.
Appreciate you having me on the show.
To world champion athletes, UFC bantamweight champion Dominic Cruz. Dominic, how you doing, buddy?
I'm great. How are you, Mike?
We promise you the absolute best from the entire staff of Mercado Airways. For more information, visit us on patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves. Follow us on Twitter at mmercado2333. Subscribe to us on youtube.com/MikeMercado2333. Like the radio show page on Facebook at Outreach Radio Chicago. Follow us on Instagram, MikeMercado2333. And visit the website, mercadoairwaves.wordpress.com. Thank you for listening and all the support.